said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. Once they're playing a very physical brand of D down low. See if they got the message. Ready?
All right, David, thanks. The dude in a point guard. Zach Randolph is out there with Johnson. The next two is Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in the center position.
And the anticipation of Drummond is just remarkable. Seeing a gaping hole in the D and sending a message with the force from throwdown.
Kicks to McLemore. James is coming out. McLemore plays first 3 points in the game.
Don't forget about him. When he's spotting up like that and knocking him down like that, the offense has to keep giving him the ball.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
Don't forget about his playmaking. Kept his hand up, found his teammates all night.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Johnson outside. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Shot by Crowder, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Down low. Here's Randolph. Middle time pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Randolph's got his second bucket of the night.
And their post play has to be really solid right off the bat.
He's got the right Caldwell Pope. No good. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. From 10 feet out, and that one goes off. Pistons gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's the 3-5. The bounds. Detroit takes possession. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, the dude passes to Drummond. Johnson outside. Here's the dude. 38 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
He's stealing the ball right and left. He was jumping the passing lanes. No one wanted to dribble against him. Total disruption. That's the kind of shot we wanted to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
And McLemore kicks to hook. Knocked away. They push it up. They're on 3. Randolph with the ball. Out guarded by Crowder. The dude passes to Drummond. Caldwell Pope pushes to Randolph. Here's the dude. Defended by Crowder. 5 on the clock. Here's Caldwell Pope. He sinks the 3-pointer. Caldwell Pope's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Celtics trail by 6. And we're moving it up. Here's the dude.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
When he has the ball in his hands in transition, he always finishes strong, just like he did there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. Caught up play. Here's Johnson after the basket by Detroit. Outside Crowder. Boston again missing.
1 for 5 to begin this round. Now to start the game.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's the 1-2. That is his first foul of the game.
You see what clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Johnson to screen. To the middle, deflects the pass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Drummond. And James here to take a look at the shooting chart.
Well, when you have a whole team that is locked in, this is what your shot chart looks like. They are moving the ball well and taking shots with confidence. When this team comes out and is knocking it down from all over like they are right now, they are one of the toughest in the league to beat.
Outside Crowder. 4 on the clock. This ball coming by Boston. Here's the 2. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 goals a game. It's good from long range.
Great ball moving.
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk. I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
They have to create the contact. Maybe live at the free throw line for a while.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Al Horford. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 15 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against Philadelphia.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, they smarted away a ton of shots. Relentless mindset. Protected the rim well all night.
And Randolph with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's Johnson back there. Foul call that time on the way up. They're getting 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Jake Crowder.
Johnson is taking it strong like that. He's looking for the foul. Great job getting the contact on the shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
First one falls for him.
And Johnson, the former Arizona Wildcat, certainly has a bright future in this league. The combination of shooting, speed, and length he possesses. It's just exciting.
And both free throws good for Johnson. The Celtics trail by 13. Hit by Horford. That's to Crowder. Went down low that time, and he got the first second. And why don't we take a chance on this? Which teams are in the NBA's highest scoring squads this month? The Pistons, number 1.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Here's the 2. The baseline check. Horford with the rebound.
The shot is not on target right now. You better figure this out fast.
Crowder against Johnson. There's the pass to Johnson. Stolen. Now Detroit moving it up. Johnson, good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Nice job, orange juice. Come on, take a seat. Let one see out there, fellas. We're playing like we wanted more than that. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Address a number of things, including whether this is the right lineup.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Drummond? first in rebounding, and he's also number 2 league-wide in field goal percentage. You love his ability to score over the top of the defense.
Here's McLemore. 9 points last game. Hit by Horford. Here's Kramer. The run. He gets the whistle. Contact in the way up, and 2 shots coming up. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one goes in. 2 for the line that time. Detroit leading by 13. Here's the 2. From 13. And Horford pulls it down.
Not pretty. You just gotta shake off a miss like that.
Johnson outside. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Pull-up jumper. Drummond. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Heat.
How about the energy level defensively in that game? I mean, they made finding an open shot a very difficult task for their opponent.
Yeah, guys were rotating quickly, harassing shooters, looking to be dominant all night.
Just 4 to shoot. Horford, no luck. Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. To the middle, deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Detroit. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, there's the Celtics, 5 games behind.
And I think for the Pistons, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level.
That's why you have to give a ton of credit to the players in terms of how they played all season. And they aren't done yet.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter. It's really the ideal start that any team wants. Now they have to ride this way throughout the rest of the game.
Another steal, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Boston. Detroit also making some changes. Brewer comes in for Zach Randolph. And Harris subbed in for Stanley Johnson. Horford no luck. Pistons leading by 17. Here's Caldwell Pope. Off target with his 3.
And right from the start, though, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
McLemore, no good. And the Pistons with possession. Shot from the top of the key. The shot's good from the dude. The dude's got 6 points.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Thomas kicks to Horford. And falls. Ball off of Thomas's feet. Horford's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the default. Lure with it. Johnson on him. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And Detroit again with the bucket.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today. The beginning of this game has had their all movement. And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
On the line, Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To the paint. Laid into the nice touch off the ball. He has 5.
When he gets it in close, Al Horford is one of the best, one of the premier finishers in this league.
The dude passes to Drummond. To the middle. And foul ball as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
For Detroit, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That's good from Harris.
Oh, well, and Harris is a guy that really offers a ton of versatility. He can play both forward spots and is an efficient scorer from just about anywhere.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Oscar. Both teams will make substitution. Detroit's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And Detroit looking at who they got. The dude is in at the point. Zach Randolph is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Johnson, and it's Caldwell Pope there at the 2. And we're going up there here, so let's check in with David Aldridge at 24-1.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the dude in the last outing against the 76ers was superb. He finished with 38 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him, and what became a great exhibition on his part. He put up great numbers and a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. We'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's the point of it. I think he likes that. It's a challenge to try to improve upon what was such a spectacular display last time out.
And they got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Detroit shooting a 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
You love the heart that Drummond plays with. He's just a physical beast who's using his gigantic size incredibly well.
Boston again missing.
Now this would be a totally different ballgame if this shot was on target like it usually is.
Here's Randolph. It's good. Randolph's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Rozier.
Such a strong basket.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
Get out the way. Move, and that pumps up his teammates as well. That's a statement play all the way around.
Down low, off the pick. Finished off top picked by Randolph. The dude passes it to Randolph. Nice ball movement by Detroit. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Passes it to the dude. Clock at 6. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
Well, and as a result, their field goal percentage has been very solid. A really admirable job.
And he hits it, and he's back there in the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And Horford, a pretty steady free throw shooter. I mean, he had a few down seasons, maybe one of those pectoral tears, but I'll tell you what, he's been right up there around 80%.
For Boston, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4-9 also. Otherwise, Detroit takes possession. And some great passing here so far. Let's check out this chart that breaks down where the assists have been coming from for the Celtics.
And their guards are taking on the majority of the passing and assisting for the team, just as you might expect. The bigs doing their part by getting to good spots inside and making themselves available.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Johnson gets to Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. Offline with his first. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep in the second. McLemore, the pass to Rozier. Lets it go from 11. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Terrific ball movement. No surprise it leads to a good shot.
Pass to Rozier. by Horford. There's the triple. And the pass to Bucket Rozier. Rozier's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, beautiful looking 3-ball from Rozier, really expanding his range.
High post drive. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Moore dishes to Horford. Oh, tries. Misses from close range. The Pistons have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. No good from the dude. Washington's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Rozier. Here's Crowder on the wing. He's covered by Randolph. Finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Oh, really astonishing slam by Crowder, all because of how he sprints toward the cup.
Here's the dude. He's got 12. Johnson in the corner. On the arc. Good on the triple. He's got 7.
You have to extend the defense there, unless you want him to punish you repeatedly from beyond the arc.
Now the pass to Rozier. Here's the dude. From 13, Johnson can't get it to go.
Oh, you were shocked when he misses open shots like that. The D should be thanking their lucky stars right now.
Rozier kicks to Horford. No block shot. And another basket for Boston.
He's nearing a lot of his attempts right now. This might end up being a big game.
The Pistons have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. And there's the feed to Drummond. Anthony's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Rozier. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Miami.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, with the defense trying to take shot opportunities away from him, he finds a way to get himself to the line.
Plus 8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Caldwell-Pope pass to the dude. Fires from 18. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Here's Rozier. 7 points in the game. Crowder kicks to Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kramer. And he's way off from outside. Detroit's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Randolph kicks to Drummond. Off the mark, only a second miss and 7 attempts. Here's Rozier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Busted. No good that time either.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, everybody goes through something. You can't let it get to you. Everyone makes mistakes on the floor. You just have to always be thinking about the next play.
The Pistons shoot their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Pistons ahead, opening up a huge gap. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who's standing by courtside.
Thanks, Kevin. Contagious, you guys came out with a lot of energy in the first half. What got you going?
Like you said, we did all that innings. We want to do easy baskets, layups, or knock down shots.
You got all that and more in that first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Bring it in, guys. Hey, great work in the first half. Listen up. We have these guys back on their...
And as we return, we'll look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras from Griffin something. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. We're seeing a tremendous game from the dude.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
The most intense guy in the quarter times. Put a lot of pressure on the defense. We'll see if he can maintain that level of energy the rest of the way.
Amir Johnson is out there with Horford. Then it's Jake Browner. Then it's McLemore. That's the group in the second half for Jerome Lou. Shots good.
And his feet set, Carter, can definitely hurt you from long range.
Here's the dude. Outside Randolph. Caldwell put him outside. Drawing the screen. No good off the back of the rim.
Beautiful execution in terms of getting space for a shot. He just couldn't get that one.
Johnson outside. Takes it to Horford. Here's Freeman. And again, he with the triple.
I love about that vision for both. I mean, it's all about getting the open man, high efficiency offense right there.
From 15 feet away, shots good from the dude. The dude's got 16 points.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Isn't that when you use your other skills like your mindset? That's just a high basketball IQ play right there. He knew he was no match inside. So what did he do? He pulled his defender out farther from the rim.
Detroit leading by 22. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Poke loose. And so it's Boston with it. Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's guarded closely. No good that time. Johnson with some nice D.
He's tried to get it going, but the shot simply had not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
He dishes it to McLemore. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Boston. Crowder kicks to Horford. Just fine on the clock. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
The defense is well aware of how good he is from there and did a great job of forcing that miss.
To the paint. Horford against Drummond. Lets it go from 11. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
They are a lousy 1 for 5 for the half. They need to find a way to get it going.
Good. Nice play there from the dude. The dude's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, then Caldwell Pope really sees the court well. Everyone knows this guy can shoot. This pass is also outstanding.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Target with the open look. The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Feeds it to Drummond. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. That one on Horford.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
The Pistons have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. That free throw, no good. Celtics making a switch here. This is both. Now, here in the third. Crowder kicks to Johnson. Back to Crowder. 6 to shoot. Busted. No good that time either.
Oh, man, his form seems rushed today. Like he's trying to get rid of the ball as soon as he gets it. That's why barely anything is going in for him.
Pistons gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Kramer, and set back by Drummond.
Oh, the defensive shots and Drummond really helping this team. Really cleans house with the shot block.
Pistons lead by 22. Drummond the screen. The dude passes to Drummond. Johnson kicks to Randall. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Crowder. Down low. And lots of contact there. This is the shot. This for 2. For Boston, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
You gotta appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And that one falls for Horton. So he gets them both. Detroit's gone 6 of 11 when they take the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Here's Randolph. It's good. Randolph's got 10 points in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
There's the pick. That's to Rozier. Knocked loose. Johnson dishes to Drummond. The shot's good. He's got 12.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed test.
Well, they really pride themselves in beating the opposition with their transition game, and they demonstrated yet again today.
There's the dish to Johnson. Kramer. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Now we have a number here. Let's review the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. In the third spot, the Pistons.
They've been attacking, locked down defense over the past month, allowing very few points per game.
And that one falls for Horton. That one is no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The dude passes to Drummond. He tries for 3, and another 3 for Detroit. Nice release there from Praz to knock down the triple.
I love his form. I mean, it's so repeatable and clean in terms of the release. Just great stuff from Brett.
Knocked loose. Here's the dude. And a hard slam there from Praz to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Here's Rozier. 7 points in the game. Dishes it to Brown. It's hit from long range. Crowder's got 6 in the quarter.
He's worked a lot of this week. Shot Carter makes enough where it has to be.
Here's the dude. 23 points in the game. And Drummond gets the ball well Pope. Here's Randolph. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Randolph's got 12 points in the game.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Rozier. He feeds it to Johnson. Picked by Horford. Johnson with it. Zach Randolph covering. Shot clock at 6. Kramer. And not sure what he was thinking there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Drummond dishes to Caldwell Pope. On the wing. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And you have to do a ton to distract Caldwell Pope. Just razor sharp concentration. He's going up with the shot.
Here's Rozier. Inside. And there's the whistle. Foul line on the shot. They go to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Celtics have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12. No good on that. And the second free throw, good. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Harris against Crowder. Taking it again. Jackson. It's in. He's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Takes it to Horford. Right side, Thomas. Mozgov's shot is off.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And the shot is good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 8. Mozgov passes to Smart. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from the dude. Detroit's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Harris kicks to Jackson. Inside, Hickson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And we all know that winning away from home is never easy, but these guys are putting on a clinic on how to do it today.
Crowder sets a screen for Smart. It's Crowder on the wing. Nice job getting off that screen. That was the foot.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Here's the dude. 23 points in the game. And here's Hickson. Here's Jackson. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Jackson's got 15.
I mean, come on. Jackson is so effective from the mid-range area of the court. He sticks these shots all the time.
Mozgov a screen on Jackson. There's Thomas. The 3. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And, well, Detroit shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. To the inside, Hickson. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
Well, they just look sharper out there compared to their opponents, and it's because of how they are spreading the floor on offense.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Jordan Mickey's checked in for Horford, and it's Ben McLemore in for Crowder. Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 25 points for the dude.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smart kicks to Mickey. Outside Thomas. Pocket 6. Shoots it from outside. He's got a lift.
They're going to try and chase Thomas through screens, but this low center of gravity and quickness, he corners so quick.
Pistons passing it around. Back to Hickson. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
1:15 left to play in the third. Boston's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Now Smart. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Up against it, and 13 points by his 8 times.
And so far, going to more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Here's the dude, guarded by Smart. Jackson in the corner. Passes it to Hickson. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebounded by the Pistons. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, I thought they were dialed in terms of what the other team was trying to do, and then showed the athleticism to turn it into a blowout.
Clock is at 3. Harris outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Winston. And fouled hard that time. line and shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Thomas. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Pistons ahead. Running away with this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Detroit's gone down. On the floor for Detroit, the 2, he's in a tempo. Hits it as out there, John Luke. Then there's Luke. There's Caldwell Pope and the 2.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Pulls it from 20. Detroit with the rebound. Lewis got his third rebound tonight. There's the 3. And it's from 3-point range. And it's 13 points for Contagious Caldwell.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there may be more in store.
Thomas sets a screen for Smart. Teardrop shot. Thomas, no good. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just to score from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Upside Thomas. Back to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kramer. And good.
What a total 180-degree turn here. He wasn't making anything in the first half, but he looks like a totally different player now in the second half.
Nixon with the bucket.
He's showing some tenacity on the offensive glass. That's some great play right there.
Boston shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Tipped away. Here we go, all alone. Here's the dude. That one, no good. Excellent team from Thomas. Lowry. Here's Johnson. And the rebound there on the big end 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Oh, that's all because of the persistence from Johnson, battling for the second chance bucket.
There's a screen to the middle. Here's Lure. And finished off by Lure.
And the pass was right in stride. Extremely accurate setting up the shot.
Thomas with the ball. Johnson outside. Back to Thomas. Celtics passing it around. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Detroit gets called for the foul. First free throw is good. And that one goes goes in. 2 from the line that time. Detroit's gone 1-2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's the 2. It's to Brewer. Here's the 2. He tries the 3.
Shot for him. They can get better looks than that. For Detroit, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Yeah, that counts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The feed now to Moscow. Works up a 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Here's the 2. Harris outside. On the wing, Brewer passes it to the 2. And Detroit again with the bucket.
That one's for you, mama.
And so it's Boston with it. Now here's Smart. Picked by Mozgov. There's a good screen. Here's Kramer. And again, and well, Detroit shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting it. To the middle, here's Hickson. Count that one as his 7th break in 8 attempts. He is a scorching 86%.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here.
I've lost track, but he has been non-existent, and they've taken full advantage of it.
And the first one, John Moore, here's Jeff Booth over Detroit. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Every point is critical now. You can't afford to let these opportunities pass you by.
Here's the 2. He kicks it to Hickson. Unloads from 9. And that one goes off. The Celtics shoot 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for that. 1:29 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kramer. And a miss there on the triple. Detroit's gone 1 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
This is a game where defense, Steel specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for the dude.
His defense was outstanding tonight, and the sense of timing that he had was a big part of it. Anytime it looked like there might be a big event swing, he was out there to come up with a big steal and keep things going their way.
Yeah, that's a bad move there. Stops the clock and puts the other side on the line.
Jordan Mickey's checked in for Boston. O'Shear comes in for Smart. So it's Detroit now. On the way, Harris. Nailed from three-point land.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quiet.
Well, the fans have sounded lost and disappointed, which is exactly what they were hoping to accomplish.
Too open that time. Made it look too easy.
The offense offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a fair question. Looking at the clock, it appears they might be out of luck.
Here's the 2. Swiped away. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time to have a look courtside. You send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
I turned it over in the last second of the game. Almost went turnover free, and I was 1 steal short of a triple-double.
It's like having a lot of steals to it, a lot of steals. You want to put pressure on them defensively when you get those?
Well, most definitely, man. Yeah. We're always looking to be more aggressive team out there on the floor. And one way we accomplish that is getting right in their faces and separating the passing lanes on defense. We did that tonight, and they got us W.
Yeah. Great execution. Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, on our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan player of the game. So, dude, what a monster third quarter from him. Pushing the action, dictating the pace, key elements that really affected the outcome of this game.
His whole game tonight operating on another level, Ernie. And he wasn't just allowed to do whatever he wanted to do. He earned it. That's where the pride kicked in.
He took charge of the offense tonight. He had a ton of assists. A lot of them were highlight reel passes. I mean, old school passes. He was initiating plays, setting guys up. They had a ton of easy baskets because this guy can see everything on the court. Eagle eye. All right, all right.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight.
next game is going to put our winning streak to the test. Facing players like Curry means we need to be at our best. Let's take our competition to the next level. All right? Here we go. Work on this pick and roll next, okay? Here we go. Come on, guys. Good practice tonight. Focus. Come on, focus.